Okay, let's get right to it. I have begun a mission already, and I've got a number of things I'd like to show you that are new in this build. I've already started this mission. You can see on the map here we've got some bad stuff, and it's doing its bad thing already, and we need to get busy. So I'm going to play a little bit and build some things, and not talk as much here at the beginning. So let me just get to work. All right, let's build up. Get a mortar placed on top of this hill. You'll notice that mortar has a when it's built, you'll see it has a huge range when it's on top of that hill like that. So he'll be good because we want to get this guy nullified. I've got some resources I've hooked up to here, but I'm not using them just yet. I need, but I believe I can put them to use. So let's pause here and bring up our tech tree. All temporary, of course, as everything is during this pre-alpha stage. I'm exploring and experimenting with different gameplay elements. So let me just park this guy over here, maybe right here. Window's big enough. I'll leave it open for just a minute so we can watch what's going on. So blue eye and red on are shown on here. Red on and blue eye. I want to be able to make this sprayer unit. If you're familiar with Creeper World 3, it's a pretty classic sprayer that I've added in right now. There may be changes in the future, but for right now it's very similar to Creeper World 3. It uses anti-creeper as an ammunition and to deposit onto the map. And I need something called liftic in order to manufacture it, and I need anti-creeper to power it. And to get liftic I need spark, which is one of these fundamental resources, but it's not blue and it's not the red, it's something else. Well, right now that's made from a sparker, so I will let's just put a sparker there and build it. It will manufacture spark, and that can in turn be fabricated into liftic. So I will also need a fab. Let's set this fab to liftic. Let these guys build, and let's go ahead and drop down some more areas that generate energy for us. So a lot of the stuff is going to take energy to operate. Weapons, the sparker, which makes spark, he's churning it out now. He takes energy, he takes ammo, just energy packetized, and then turns it over and compresses it and turns it into liftic, which is coming here and being fabricated. Spark comes in, it's fabricated into liftic. So we've got a stockpile here. We can see this number here in the tech display. It's going up. That's how much we have on hand, and you can of course see it on the map. We need 20 to make a sprayer, and then we're also going to need anti-creeper. So I better get to that. So let's put him up here maybe and set him to manufacture anti-creeper. We can build sprayers, but we want them to actually shoot. So that's why we need the anti-creeper. So let's build one right here. And let's once he gets built, liftic is on its way, and he's going in and building him out. He will then start requesting that anti-creeper. All right, excellent. Why wait? In fact, let's go and make a few more. Now, he's probably going to be grateful if I provide a supply line. That's a little tricky. It's okay. Our anti-creeper is coming out now and sort of spreading around in order to push back this thin and weak creeper that's over here. That's fine. Pretty good there. All right. Manufacturing the new ones. We've got a little stockpile of anti-creeper built up waiting for them. That's good. Our production rate is limited though to the rate that we're making spark to turn into liftic. I could build another sparker, that might not be too bad of an investment at this point, because I may build more of these, and they're a little slow right now. Okay, so doing good. We're doing fine so far. Let's see if we can get this guy nullified. Let him shoot again and then move him forward. Get a little closer, so we have a little room for error there. Okay, we're online now. Sparkers are making spark and producing liftic quicker now. Of course, we're done building. Let's go ahead and move these forward. All right, let me keep an eye on some other pressure points here. All right, I've got him defending this little tendril that likes to sneak across. It won't hurt if I have, I suppose there was a good spot. That'll be fine. A sprayer right here in case any creeper manages to make it across here. If I let creeper come across either of these bridges, these very thin tendrils, I'll be in big trouble. They'll wipe out my base, and we'll have invested a lot in this area, and I don't want to lose it. Okay, now we need the blue, so we need this blueite, so we want to hook up to that, and we also want to hook up here to these guys. Okay, now, oh my, I'm about to lose this area over here. I am going to send a force forward, and I need to secure that area before it floods over. So let's build some weapons to keep it. Gosh, it's flooding fast. I better pause and think about what I'm doing here. So let's see, is there any way to, yeah, that's fine. Okay, good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and build this high-speed line here. See if I can anyway, and if there's a good spot. Okay, that'll work. He can come in. He can. This is tricky through here. This was a good spot to place it. We could. Okay, maybe right here, and then up here, and then right in the middle. I want to create a high-speed line between where I'm making some of my resources and where they're needed, so that I don't end up with slow-running lines and that are starving the frontline units. Okay, our pylons should be building out. That's good. Coming online, starting to. And they need to get down here because I'm going to run out of stored up anti-creeper. So I'm going to move these guys in, because I do not want to lose that forward position. I'm in big trouble if I do. And I'm going to lose it. Oh no. Gosh. Retreat. They're out of ammunition. Let's I'm going to go ahead and let these guys drop in, and oh, you know what? He didn't have any ammo. I'm sending mortars in that can't shoot. I didn't wait for them to load. I'm going to let these guys come back in and reload. Let's get this out of our way for now. All right, they're loading up on our anti-creeper. We have a higher speed line in here. Those sprayers did an okay job. I'm going to send these guys back in, but they are flat out of ammunition at this point, and I've got no choice but to retreat. I've managed to fail at securing this plateau before it flooded over. That wasn't the plan. Wasn't the plan at all. So I'll have to come up with an alternative strategy. Let's increase our energy production. Okay. I'm going to send everybody in this time. This is all for naught if I can't get something built that can resupply. I have to be able to get that built. It's just not happening. Retreat yet again. Come on home, fellas. I need to coordinate this better. I'm just trying to hold on here, and it's not happening. Okay. We'll do it this way then. Let's see if we can build and charge a number of those units. I think I'm better with sprayers and cannons. All right. While we wait on our forces to recuperate, let's all right, we're built now and we're charging. It's based on how much anti-creeper we have. Remember, anti-creeper supplies to our sprayers. Now I could, maybe this is the strategy I should employ since I've lost this up here. I could make a conventional attack, go in with sprayers, go in with cannons, hit it with mortars. I might even be able to park a mortar right there. Why not? It's perfectly safe. Can help work it down. I could build the current super weapon that I have in this non-pre-alpha version of the game, and use that to take the area. Maybe I'll do that. Well, to do that, I need resistium and fluxogen. Resistium I can make from anti-creeper and liftic, so I just need a fab to make that. To make fluxogen, I've got to collect redon, fab it into arg. Interestingly, I can also build micro rifts if I have fluxogen. So maybe that would be a good strategy to employ. I'm gonna go ahead and park these mortars here, though, and no harm in letting them take shots at it. So I don't know. Should I build this or should I employ a conventional strategy? Perhaps I should pursue both, because it's not a choice that I can instantly execute on in order to build the Fat Man. So let's come here and build resistium. That'll get us resistium. I need fluxogen. For that I need 2 more fabs, one for arg and one for fluxogen. So where's a good place to put this? I should have planned this out better, but let's just put them here. Let's make arg here and make our fluxogen here. This will stress our resources more. In particular, anti-creeper is going to be used to power sprayers as well as create resistium. But we can see we're making our resistium now. We're up to 40 here. These numbers right now they help me in testing and debugging, and it shows the total number anywhere on the map, whether it be in a plan area, a storage area, or en route. So if the little cube is on the map for a particular wear type, it contributes to this total. We're making fluxogen. We're stockpiling that. The final thing we need to make is the tuffium itself. So let's build that in. It takes a lot of these guys to make the tuffium. Our spark is being used to make fluxogen and resistium via liftic. So I think that we probably would be better served if we had at least a couple more sparkers to produce the resource, because as you can see, our liftic is low compared to our anti-creeper and our arg. So our bottleneck is in this liftic area right now. These should help that. Of course, they take energy to run, and energy we have, though we can do better. Let's build it out. There's no upgrade system yet in the game, but you can imagine these resources being employed to do upgrades for energy production or packet delivery or ammo efficiency, whole range of neat things that might be done with upgrades. But right now we don't have a choice other than to build more collectors, use more real estate in order to get our energy. Now, interestingly, these mortars have done a decent job. There's a stockpile of creeper over here, and but I would really like to take that plateau, and it's coming in. The mortars are keeping it down. Let's see here. Our guys are operating, churning away, making that liftic, which is increasing our resistium and fluxogen output. And we're making tuffium now. Very good. Tuffium, we need 50 of it to make a fat man, which is a super weapon, very super weapon. A little too super of a super weapon right now. It looks like fluxogen. Fluxogen is, but we have plenty of arg. We're still limited on the liftic. Well, maybe we can afford a couple more. Let's put them there. It's ugly. I should have. If I had terraforming available, I might have made this nice and neat, and then organized an industrial complex. But we're here to beat the creeper, not make something for Better Homes and Gardens. So we're just going to put it where we can put it, and then get to business making munitions for our war machine, and then get payback, because I want that. It's like the Philippines with MacArthur. I shall return. One way or another, I'm going to return. All right. Well, we're 3/5 of the way there. 60% of our way to making a fat man. I did say that I didn't have to wait, that I could potentially employ a conventional strategy, perhaps at great cost. Let's find out what happens. If this fails, we'll have our fat man to fall back on, perhaps. If it succeeds, we'll still have our fat man. Okay, anti-creeper. Do your due now. Alright, that's better than nothing. Let's try to carefully reposition into a defensive posture. I don't need to hold more than I need to hold. I just need him to get built so ammunition can come in there. Come on, fellas, come on. We just need to take care of this. See if we can't. I'm running out of ammo. She's built. Come on, come on. I gotta retreat. Munitions are inbound. They're shooting now. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Let's get a forward line built. In fact, it's so tight, I'm going to turn him to continuous dispersal. I just want him to churn at as fast as he can. As he gets the ammo, I want him to dump the anti-creeper out to build up a buffer back here. I think we might have secured. And you know what? How convenient. Just in time, we have enough to build a fat man. So let's do that. Tuffium. being dispatched. Note it temporarily went above 50, of course, because it counts the tough end that's still en route. We manufactured some while it was still en route, and it's being consumed, which is why our total is going down now. It's making its way all the way up here. When he's built, we will have a super weapon. Now, is he done? He's done. Okay. So I could, at this point, what I should do is, if I was serious about doing well at this mission, I would come back and make an assessment. I would say, all right, was the best place to employ this? Do I need to branch forward from here? Do I need to take this guy out and then advance through this castle complex? How's my economy look? How am I doing with what are my goals? Do I need to build some micro rifts, maybe one near the command base and then one near the front line so that I can cut out the propagation delay? Because these guys are doing okay. They're doing just fine, actually. But as I start to extend my supply line, they might not. My anti-creeper production could be increased. So could my ARG production, interestingly. I'm doing good on Liftic, but ARG and anti-creeper, not so much. But before I end this video and maybe use this super weapon, let me show you one way that I have to improve the productive output of resources. There are these drivers. Don't get too wrapped up in the visual for how they operate right now. Just know that they are essentially their upgrades that increase the production of that native resource, that blueite and that redon. Right now, these guys are emitting 1 per second, but drivers force them to emit quicker so we can get our production of blueite and redon up. Now, it takes energy to operate, it takes energy to build them, and it takes energy to operate them. So it's a trade-off. In fact, my energy is not good. If I get in a deep hole here, I could be in serious trouble. I could even lose containment. Everything's fine so far, but we don't want to lose containment on nullified emitter. That would be disastrous. I don't have any weapons over here right now. The front line could starve. I could lose this position. We're struggling, and it may get worse before it gets better. Let's see. Let's build him over there. You know, I've got these mortars which aren't doing anybody any good right now, and got a guy in the back right here. Let's bring him over here. Send these guys to the front where they're needed. Okay, so our drivers are coming online and they are pushing into those crystals to increase our output. So more than 1 per second are coming out now. These are all going to be tweaked things for gameplay and such. You know how it goes in game development. You play, you replay, you play it again and again and again, then you change everything and do it all over. So don't worry about balance issues and stuff right now. I mean, it's not off by huge margins right now, but it all needs tweaking. Exactly how much a driver increases the output, etc. And I also mentioned, don't get tied up in this visual. Just a quick thing right now. It doesn't look bad, but I may reserve this sort of weapon or I may reserve this sort of effect for a weapon and do something more physical that manipulates the redon and the blueite. Anyway, we should be producing quicker now. We still can't keep up with our Liftic, which comes from Spark, so we've got a pretty good productive capacity here. In fact, it's so high that we have a stockpile of Liftic, and some of these Spark generators go offline until needed. You can see him speed up in there. He's going to slow down. He's not needed. And then as it's used, they come online, make a little bit more, and other ones are running continuously, of course. So they're not. So we have ample spark capacity. In fact, I could probably, if I wanted to, turn a couple of them off. Okay, all right. So let's move this guy in, and I'm going to end the video after this. So let's just use it kind of haphazardly here, and so you can see what it does. Because to use it effectively, I would need to be prepared with an assault force to move forward. But for now, we're just going to let it shoot, let it go. Everything's good over here. We'll just let him go. And when he goes, it's very helpful. Instantaneous conversion bomb with built-in tsunami. So as you can see, I really would need to deploy this in an area where I could take advantage of this huge volume it created. I might have done it near an emitter. You can also see why, if my initial assault had failed, I might have used this to help take this plateau. It could have been very helpful. And you can also see that I should have been prepared to take full advantage of the weakness that this is going to create in this area of the creeper. I could move in, potentially occupy this area, start assaulting inside this castle, letting mortars fire over the wall, take this hill, use it to launch mortar attacks from, or even start building micro rifts and supplying directly to this point. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the current state. Many more things will change than have been done so far. So please keep an eye on the YouTube channel and other sources, and thanks for watching.